Hello, I'm Anise Katre, and today the webinar is going to touch upon the topic of demystifying emotional intelligence. Throughout the day, we experience a range of emotions and feelings, both positive and negative. And at any one given point, we might actually experience a number of feelings at the same time. Emotional intelligence is about being mindful of our emotions, understanding and identifying our feeling so that we may be deliberate in our response to the situations around us. Just as we can measure IQ, we can measure emotional intelligence, and it is termed as EQ or emotional quotient. Social emotional learning, another term associated with EQ, is the educational process that helps children develop the skills for emotional intelligence. This is now becoming an integral part of school education. We often use the words emotions and feelings interchangeably. However, it would be good for us to know the difference. So, emotions are a physiological subconscious process, whereas feelings are a cognitive conscious process. For example, if you find that a snake is close to you, you might subconsciously freeze. You might also find certain physiological changes happening in your body, for example, increased heart rate or sweating. Subsequently, you might engage with the cognitive brain and identify how you're feeling. So the feeling could be fear, excitement, you could be scared. And once you've identified the feeling, you could then take a deliberate action to respond to the snake that is close to you, which might be move back slowly or continue to remain in one place. Whatever you feel is the best response. So, why is EQ important? In his best-selling book, Emotional Intelligence, Daniel Goleman reported that IQ only accounts for about 20% of a person's success in life. Some of the missing elements actually lie in emotional intelligence. The 5 competencies of EQ or the social emotional skills required to enhance our EQ are self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skills, and responsible decision making. As we prepare our children and students for adulthood, good people skills are essential. In a Harvard study of 258 men started during the Great Depression and which continued over 8 decades, including about 1,200 offsprings of the original batch of men that were studied, the report shows that adults and children with good relationships are happier people and more successful in life. They also have healthier lives, and children who grow up in a nurturing environment end up having secure relationships later in the years, which means happier marriages and more contentment in life. Research has also established that enhanced IQ improves human relations, making them more effective in their professional lives, making them better leaders, which results in greater success. Amongst children, emotional intelligence helps reduce bullying and helps reduces incidents of victimization. EQ further increases the potential for social success and increases grades in school. It has been established by research that emotional intelligence correlates negatively to smoking, drinking, mental health issues such as anxiety, stress, and depression. Some people are lucky and are born with high EQ. For those who are not, this is a skill that can be learnt with practice. Consequently, being more conscious of our relationships with others and practicing empathy will help increase the emotional quotient. EQ is key to learning to control our emotions rather than letting emotions control us. It is about understanding our feelings so we may be conscious about our response to the environment.